Well, I'm out here again in Eastern Ontario, and I have a exciting video planned. I'm gonna be out here for 3 days and 2 nights, and this time I don't have a tent or food. I'm gonna be living solely off of the land, building a bushcraft shelter, and figuring it out as we go. So I hope you stick around to see it. Before the sun went down, I needed 3 things: a shelter, a bed, and a fire. Food could wait until tomorrow. Before anything, I cleared away sticks, rocks, and debris. It doesn't seem important, but a flat campsite makes sleeping much more comfortable and reduces the chance of rolling onto sharp branches in the middle of the night. Almost everything I needed started with wood: the shelter, the fire, and even the bed. Luckily, there is plenty of deadfall scattered throughout the forest, so I didn't have to cut down any healthy trees. I decided to build one of the simplest shelters there is, a lean-to. It's a quick build, doesn't require much material, and offers decent protection from wind and rain. If it couldn't hold me now, I definitely wasn't trusting it overnight. Since rain was always a possibility, I covered the frame with a tarp. It may not be primitive, but staying dry was one of the biggest priorities in any survival situation. Once your clothes and bedding get soaked, staying warm becomes much harder. The shelter was finished, but I wasn't sleeping directly on the ground. The cold earth pulls heat directly away from your body all night long, so even a simple raised bed makes a huge difference. Before even thinking about lighting a fire, I wanted a healthy supply of firewood. A big mistake a lot of people make is collecting wood after the fire is already burning. By the time darkness falls, it's much harder to find dry wood. I built a small fire pit to help contain the flames. It's a simple step, but one that's always worth taking. A campfire should be something you control and not the other way around. Then came one of my favorite moments, turning a pile of sticks into a warm fire with nothing more than a ferro rod. It's a simple skill, but it's one that's incredibly satisfying every single time. As the daylight faded, everything suddenly became quieter. The shelter was finished, the fire was burning, and for the first time all day, I could finally relax. So I just bedded down here for the night. Got the fire going next to me. And I'll tell you, this bed is not very comfortable, but tomorrow that's gonna change. I'm gonna have this little lean-to here, looking like a fort in between these trees. And yeah, so I'm gonna put the camera down for the night and talk to you in the morning. Well, I just started a fire. It's almost out now, but yeah, last night was rough. It was really rough. It got a lot colder than I thought it was gonna be, and the bed was not comfortable at all. So yeah, I'm gonna see what today brings, and yeah, just take it one step at a time. Looking back, I probably focused on the wrong thing that morning. Instead of focusing on finding food, I spent the morning making the shelter better. I added walls to block the wind and patched a few gaps in the roof. I honestly think I was more tired than hungry and not thinking straight. So what I'm doing here is patching up some of the holes in this tarp, and it's pretty simple. I just have this little stick here. It's got this split in the end, so I can feed the string that I have through there and then just kind of sew it back together. That's the idea. I don't think it'll be too watertight, but it'll at least help. Well, the shelter here is done. I got the holes repaired in the tarp and some walls up, and I'm getting pretty hungry, so I think it's time to go fishing. Eventually, I couldn't put it off any longer. It was time to catch some food. Fishing has a way of keeping you humble, especially when you're actually depending on it. Hour after hour, and nothing, until I had a bite. They weren't big, not even close, but after hours without success, it felt like a feast. Time for a little taste test of the fish. Looks pretty good to me. It's pretty bony, but it's not bad. Yep, that'll do. With some food in my stomach, I had a bit more energy to improve camp again. I gathered fresh pine boughs and laid them across the bed. The branches added insulation, cushioning, and made sleeping far more comfortable than the night before. After working for most of the day, the river looked too inviting to ignore. The water was cold, but after a few seconds, it felt incredible. Not long after getting back, I heard thunder echoing through the forest. Suddenly, relaxing wasn't the priority anymore. Keeping camp dry was. The sky was getting darker, so I quickly added another tarp. Well, I was just getting some firewood here, and it started to thunder down. There's some heavy lightning and thunder, and it's starting to rain now, so I'm gonna see what happens. Hopefully it's not too bad, because this shelter is not ready for rain yet. Well, the rain has died down a little. I'm not convinced that it's fully stopped, so I'm leaving the tarp up, but I'm gonna get some more firewood for tonight. Well, I think the rain's finally died off, so I'm gonna take this tarp down and make a fire and start getting ready for bed. As darkness settled in again, I got another fire going and settled in for one last night in camp. Sitting beside the fire in the middle of the woods with nothing but the sounds of nature around you is hard to beat. Coming into this trip, I honestly wasn't sure how it would go. I made mistakes, I spent too much time improving the shelter, I underestimated how difficult catching food would be, but that's exactly why I wanted to do it. Every mistake taught me something, and by the end of it, I walked out of the forest with a lot more confidence than I walked in. Well, I just took down my bedding here and about to head home. Tired, hungry and ready to pack it up. It was a good 2 days and 2 nights, but yeah, I'm ready to head back. If you enjoyed coming along on this adventure, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and let me know what challenge I should take on next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.